Good morning, everyone. We are coming to you. Give me a few minutes to begin. Okay, just give me a few minutes to begin. Good morning, everyone. We are coming to you live via Facebook streaming. Live via YouTube streaming and also via Skype group. According to calendar, it is the beginning of a new year. New year begins with a moment, with a day. The secret of life is to live moment to moment as it comes, without any resolution, without any preconceived idea. On this first day of the year 2018, I would like to say that each day, each dawn when it comes, it is new, it is fresh, it is pulsating with life vigor. But we cannot see the dawn when it comes. We do not feel the newness because of many reasons. So we try to see this new day on certain days. that 1st of January 2000, 1st of January every year, 1st of January every year, we can see the newness. But on the other days, on 31st of December, you did not see the new day, the new dawn, the newness you did not see. So we try to deceive ourselves by devising many techniques. Nothing comes back to you as old. Everything, even if you buy things from any of the place where they sell the refurbished things, the term is used, refurbished. The old is not made available to you as old. Even if the packing is changed, something is added to it to make it refurbished. Every moment when it comes, it is new, pulsating with life, but we have made our entire life old, insipid and dull. Always we are looking for something new. You are eating food every day, you get fed up of eating food at home, so you want to go on a special occasion somewhere to have newness. We have made our life so insipid and old that we are always looking for something new. Then, one day in a year, we select as something new and try to fulfill our desire of newness by this. But there is something to ponder over it, to introspect. One whose entire life is old. You have never seen something pulsating, new, a new dawn as it comes. How can one day for that person be new? One who has developed the habit of seeing the old in everything, meaningless, has developed the habit of seeing meaninglessness in every moment of the life, every moment of the day. How can he see one day the newness? Up to now, every dawn, every day when it came, you have seen as old, insipid. How can you see this morning, 1st of January 2018, as something new? It was raining yesterday. It was raining this morning. I went out yesterday to see the dawn. Again this morning I saw. Everything is pulsating with new life. This can happen only when you are ready to receive the new, the unknown and unknowable. You are the one who is the seer. You saw yesterday morning, you saw today, you will see tomorrow. You were a witness to the platter of the food that was in front of you yesterday and that which will be in front of you today. Your mind, your life, your habits have developed a tendency to convert everything old, everything insipid, everything meaningless. You say that I get bored eating the same food again and again. because you have not seen the newness in you. And then he is deceiving himself in a way to find something new. Can, by buying new clothes, singing new songs, distributing, sharing some sweets, can there be newness in it? What is necessary for feeling the newness, the new, is a mind pulsating, a mind free from prejudice, a mind free from preconceived ideas, the innocence of the mind. When something happens, the childlike mind. And one who has a new mind, one who has an innocence, who has discovered the innocence, his innocence, there can never be anything insipid or old in his life. Nothing will be old for him. Everything will be pulsating with new life. One who has the innocent mind, the fresh mind, he will make everything meaningful. He will make everything fresh. If you know that technique, there is a process of refurbishing the old items to make them look like new. There is a process when you have the food left over from yesterday to present it as new, refreshed. There is a whole art in the restaurant to refresh the food. But you do not have a fresh mind, innocent mind. We paint the house, we change the old car. In place of the old clothes, you buy new. Our emphasis or the focus remains on collecting the new things, but we forgot the basic thing, one who sees the oldness, the insipidness, the meaninglessness into life is your mind. Do you know the art of refreshing your mind? Every moment when I look into your eyes, the eyes looks tired, as if life has no meaning. Where is the aliveness in you? The moment there is aliveness, then nothing will be old for you. Nothing. And how long the new set of clothes that you bought will be new. You buy a car, it comes to the porch, depreciation begins. Everything depreciates. As soon as you put on that garb, that clothes, it becomes old. The moment the car comes to your porch from the showroom, it becomes old. Have you ever thought what is the gap between new becoming old? Have you ever pondered how long does it take for the new to become old? What is the distance? As long as you have not acquired it, it remains new for you. And the moment you acquire it, it becomes old for you. You thought of buying a new car until the car came into the porch. The car has a meaning for you, but the moment it comes, it becomes old. This tendency of making things refurbished has put life into a great doldrum. Then you have to buy a new car, a new husband, new wife, new house. The wife, the spouse was also feeling happy with the new car. But how long the newness remains? In order for newness to remain in your life, your mind has to be fresh and innocent. If you have to really look for something new, or just like celebrating the New Year's Day, you have to discover the art of searching the innocence of your mind. There are first in the West, we change the house, we change the job every 2 years, every 5 years we change the house, cars every 4 years, 5 years we change the car. Now we started changing the spouse also. There are this search of the newness can be of the two types. Either you find the art of making yourself new, and one who has discovered the art of making himself new, or to give it a new flavor, a new texture, for him nothing remains old. Every day, every moment is pulsating with new life. When you ask, oh, this I have eaten this morning, but you remember much water has flown. Heraclitus says you cannot enter the same river twice. To you, river is stationary, but to an awakened one, river is a flow. There is two banks, and within that two banks there is a bed, and the water flows on that bed between the two banks. It is constantly flowing. It's a new water every moment. Same way your consciousness is constantly changing. And when consciousness is changing, how can you be old? One who has learned the art of bringing newness to him, nothing happens, nothing remains old for him, insipid and meaningless. Every moment is pulsating with new life, new meaning. For him, everything becomes new. And one who cannot make himself new, for him everything becomes old, meaningless and insipid. For a little while we can deceive ourselves that I have gotten a new car, a new set of clothes, a new year has come. It's the first year of the day. We're celebrating as New Year's Day. There are two types of people in the world. One who has discovered the secret, which is the secret of life, the secret of making themselves new every moment. And there are those who keep themselves always old and try to discover happiness in something new every moment. Why can't you live each moment as new, pulsating with life? There is a word materialist who is always trying to make things new, in search of new things. What is the difference? This is the definition of the materialist. And what is the difference between the materialist and the spiritualist? The focus of the materialist is on the object, he is object oriented. He is looking for new things. And the spiritualist is the one who is trying to make his mind, make his moment, make his mind so alert and awake that every moment becomes a new pulsating with life vigor for him. He is constantly in an effort to make every moment new. Because he knows that the moment he gets that vision of seeing newness in everything, newness in the dawn, pulsating with life, the stars, because each day stars appear on the horizon, on the sky in a new, it's never the same. Then there will never be meaninglessness, there will never be anything insipid in his life, because then there is no one to remind him. When you are new, when you are innocent, innocence is the criteria of newness. A child runs, he can keep on doing the same thing over and over again, but he is never tired. He plays the same game over and over again and he is happy. He seeks the newness in everything. It is the innocence that seeks the newness in everything. Then that memory, that vision, that tendency of seeing the oldness in everything has vanished. Materialist says make everything new. Change the bed, change the house, change the car, change the spouse. Bring new houses, new roads, new factories. Make the entire system new. But if everything is new and the man who is the center of all this, he is insipid, he is old, how can he see the newness in anything? All festivals are the symptoms of our sadness of the heart, sadness. You have not discovered happiness or bliss within. You are seeking outside in this celebration, that celebration, on this day or that day. So this is the happiness which is imposed on you. It is not coming out of an awakening from deep within you. You have imposed it on you. Because according to you, how can one be happy? One can be blissful every day. What to mention of every moment? How can you be? If tomorrow you were sad, how can there be happiness today? So you seek the happiness in the objects. You got a new car, you become happy for some time. You got a new gift of new perfume, new something, you will become happy. But how long will that happiness will last? You light the candles, lamps, fireworks, the lights, and with this you rejoice for some time. Remember, there will be the festival of lights only as long as man is sad, is unhappy, Happy, the moment you are happy, the moment you are blissful, what does it mean? A lamp is lit within. A lamp is lit within. And unless and until that lamp is lit within you, lighting millions of lamps will not bring solace, will not bring happiness to you. The day there will be a total happiness. When I was young, used to rejoice lighting the lamps and watching the lights. Now, as a part of social obligations we do, there is no need because the lamp is lit within. There is happiness, and every day is a festival of light. Every moment is a festival of light. Every moment is the spring of colors. The moment man becomes happy within, there is no need for him for entertainment. I do not need to go out of my place, because what am I going to get outside? I have sought that bliss, that happiness within me, so there is no need for me to go out and find it in this and that and so. The only time I had to go out when I have to fulfill my social and the business obligations for the sake of my living. I have discovered the source of entertaining myself deep within. It is not that by searching the means of entertainment you will be happy. The moment you have gone to a function, just imagine you were feeling bored, life was insipid, you decide to have a brawl on New Year's Eve. You have gone there. Not long after you start feeling bored. If you have really enjoyed and learned the art of enjoying the moment, you will not return home tired. You return home, you're tired, you sleep for a longer period of time because you had gone to enjoy something, and what you have come back with. You had gone to seek happiness and enjoyment in that celebration, in that New Year's Eve, when you had bought the most expensive ticket. You had gone to the most expensive place. The satisfaction was there that you are going to the most exotic place to celebrate the New Year's Eve. When you come back, what is your? Where has your happiness, where has your enthusiasm has gone? It is only the saddened, it is only the unhappy man who has discovered who discovers the occasion to celebrate. And then your innerness is dust laden. All these are the ways and means, the techniques to hide the inner pain, inner harmony. How long the new will stay? Tomorrow, today you may have many celebrations, visiting your friends and family. Tomorrow everything becomes the same, the old day starts. Just by choosing one day to celebrate, the celebration does not come in life. Celebration comes in life when every moment is pulsating with new life. This is the secret. The moment you learn the art, you have discovered the art of seeing the newness in every moment. The moment you see the newness, every time when you have an occasion to go to a function, whether it is a wedding or reception and everything, the first thing you look into, I do not have any set of clothes to go to this occasion. What about the outfit that you had bought just a few days ago? How can I wear that? I wore that already. That is old. For this celebration, I need a new outfit. So you bought a new outfit, and no sooner than you wore it, it will become old. We are connected with such deceit. The old mind is always connected with something new. You need something that you can feel the newness. The New Year celebration, the new day, new dawn will not happen as long as you remain old. The moment you start seeing the newness in the dawn, in the chirping of the birds, in the flight of the birds, stretch their wings in the sky, in the giggle of a child, in the raindrop, you can spend time in celebrations, but that will not bring happiness in you. One for whom there is nothing old in his life, the spouse, the husband, the wife, always refreshed, always new. He can see the new flowers, new leaves. He can see the sun shining behind the trees. He can see the breeze blowing, surging through the tree leaves. He sees the dusk as new. You cannot imagine the happiness deep within such a person who has learned the art of seeing the newness in everything. That man can never feel bored. It is the old that makes you bored. And you see the oldness, the old in the objects, but you never see that your mind has become old. Find a technique of making it new every moment. But you have not yet discovered. Today is the 1st of January. Many celebrations will be all around. People will be visiting the families and friends tomorrow. And by the dusk, everything will become old and insipid, a beginning of an old day tomorrow. And then you will have to wait for the next year for another celebration, the 1st of January 2019 for another celebration. Today the birthday celebration is finished, you have to wait for another celebration. If your mind is new, innocent, pulsating with new life, then you need not buy the new clothes to celebrate an occasion. Then you will not look for any special occasion to celebrate. Every moment is a celebration. It happened once a man went to a mystic and he inquired, how long should I practice to be silent? How long should I practice to be silent? I say maybe half an hour, maybe 15 minutes, maybe 1 hour every day. If you try to be silent, it will be good. But that mystic said, be silent for 1 moment. Be silent for 1 moment. What do you mean, be silent for 1 moment? How can I be silent? How can I practice being silent by just practicing for 1 moment? Just be silent for 1 moment and forget the rest. The man inquired what will happen in being silent for a moment. Silent for 1 moment. How can you be silent in life? You have to learn the technique of being silent, and you have to begin the journey by being silent in a moment. The moment you have discovered the art of being silent in one single moment, which is infinitesimal, very small, you cannot measure it in terms of time. If you have learned the art of being silent in a moment, you have learned the art of being silent in the life. This is the secret of life. If you have learned the art of being silent in a single moment, you have learned the art of being silent in your entire life. If you have learned to be blissful in this very moment, you have learned the art of being blissful in life. There are never 2 moments in your hand, ever. Only 1 moment is given to you to live. Life is momentary. As the breath comes in and goes out, that is what life is. If you have discovered the happiness in that precise moment, you have learned the secret of life. Never 2 moments come to you simultaneously. Only 1 moment comes. And if you have learned the magic of making that moment alive, pulsating, blissful, if you can fill that moment with bliss, with happiness, then your entire life will be blissful. Entire life will be blissful. Because only 1 moment you can grab in your hands. Nothing, never ever 2 moments are available to you to live. If you have learned the art of making that precise moment new, you have learned the secret of life. One who has learned the art of living that moment blissful, making that moment new, he has learned the art. But we know the art of making everything insipid, boring and old. We have not learned the art, reverse of this art of making the things new, making the moment new. We go on discovering naturally the technique of making everything old. We are so anxious to discover the old. You may be wondering what I am saying. Is it written in any scripture? Is in the New Testament or the Old? Is it written in Bhagavad Gita? Is it written in Holy Quran? Is it written in Talmud? Is it written in Guru Granth Sahib? Is it written there? This technique of making every moment new is in your mind. You may wonder if Ramakrishna said so, Raman said so, Krishnamurti says this or not. The moment you think that way, did Raman said so? Did Krishnamurti said so? Did Osho said anything like this? What are you doing? You are searching something in the old. Forget about Osho, forget about Krishnamurti, forget about Raman, forget about Ramakrishna. Just learn the art of living the moment alive, making it new. Learn the art of making this moment new. Be innocent. Yesterday evening, your spouse told you, I love you. Again, dusk you are expecting for the spouse to say that I love you. So what are you searching? You are searching for the old new. Yesterday, the spouse said, I love you, darling. I love you dearly. Now you are again looking for the same sentence. The old you are looking for. What are you looking for? The old, which has been said. If the spouse does not say the next evening, I love you, there is something wrong begins to happen. Because there has to be the repetition of yesterday, she said. Today she has to say it again. You will have an expectation that yesterday should be repeated today again. And for the spouse not to be in any kind of problem, repeats the yesterday's line again. Whatever the spouse has said yesterday, repeats the same thing. Maybe whatever the spouse has uttered yesterday, that is spontaneously emerged out of her heart, today he is only saying that which is old, and this becomes heavy on us. We are constantly expecting the old to happen. Yesterday you were with me, I spoke, maybe there was a smile on my face. I greeted you with a smile. So again, as you reach the doorstep, you are expecting the same smile again. We discover habit of making everything old. Change this gestalt. We never search the technique of making the thing, making the moment new, making your life innocent. Once you have learned the secret of that, how to make the old new, how to refurbish the old moment as new, how to refurbish the old thought as new. You have learned the secret of life. Your life will be full of happiness. The spring has come to you. Then you do not have to go and buy the flowers of happiness. You do not have to buy the new clothes. You do not have to celebrate happiness on a particular day. Develop the habit, develop the vision of searching the new in every moment. You have the habit of looking the old in everything. Now change the gestalt, start looking new in every moment. Today, if there is a question, let there be a moment when nothing is coming in you. When you wake up, look at the sun rising. Because the sun, the way the sun has risen today, it has never happened before. The sun has risen in its uniqueness this morning. I woke up this morning in a totally new way. Every moment sun rises, the flower blossoms, the birds chirp, the birds fly in the sky is new. The color of the clouds was never before. The raindrops were never before as it is now, this very moment. Search the new and you will be surprised that so long as you have been living an illusion that this sun rises the same way, the flowers blossom the same way, the birds chirp in the same way. The same sun never rises because sun is a constantly dynamic phenomena that is happening. For you, the spouse remains the same. The husband, the wife remains the same. The husband that was yesterday is no more today. The wife that was yesterday, the wife that made love to you yesterday is no more there. Much had flown from that. There is something new in that, new in your husband. The moment you start searching for the newness in your spouse, in the rising of the sun, in the clouds gathering in the sky, in the chirping of the birds, you will find that you have learned the art of removing the dross that would make anything insipid and old. And then you will learn the art of respecting the new. And if you have not learned the art of respecting the new, it will become ashes. The burning coal will not be available to you. Instead, it will turn into ashes. Respect the new as it comes. Every moment life appears to you in its total newness. Stop living life mechanically like a robot. Live it like an alive, innocent being. Yesterday I got a love message. It is not necessary that I will get the same thing today. Stop expecting the same thing over and over again. Leave today open. Leave this next moment open. Whatsoever you are getting in that moment, look at it, enjoy it. Do not expect the same old to happen, or it should have come that way. Wherever there is such expectation, the oldness comes in. You have started converting the new moment that could bring something newness to you as old. Start living life in a moment. Not saying I live moment to moment. Let this be reflecting through your actions, through your life, through your gestures, everything. जिंदगी को एक थ्रिल, एक पुलक में जीने दें. Allow the life to live in a thrill, a momentary thrill, a momentary joy of blissfulness. That is why there is uncertainty. Life is to be lived as it comes in a moment. What will happen tomorrow, I do not know. What is there now, I am into that, I am flowing with that. Whether I will get love tomorrow or a love message tomorrow, it's not important. It is important that I have lived this moment. But we are looking for the security in every system. That's why your life has become old, leftover. Just as you have leftover fruits in the house, your life has become a leftover. Life is uncertain. But because of the fear, one wants to make it certain. And the moment you try to make the thing certain, it becomes old, it becomes insipid, it becomes meaningless. Those who are constantly seeking newness in life, they never run away with the challenges of life. They never run away from the challenges of life. There is a tremendous beauty in living in uncertainty, living in insecurity. Those who are courageous to live in uncertainty, in insecurity, you can never disturb his peace. But we are always anxious to determine the future. We are not engaged in the habit of making tomorrow secure. Instead, we are constantly in effort making the life after death also secure. And you lose everything. There is never a welcome of the new in your life. There is always an insistence of things to happen the old way. I say to you, do not expect anything old. Every day of the year will be a new beginning of a new dawn. Every moment will be a new celebration. Learn the art of celebrating. Learn the art art of welcoming the new. When tomorrow morning the dawn comes, it is the beginning of something new. Welcome that. Search that. Everything depends on this search. What we are in search of, whatever you are in search for, you will ultimately search that. You are in search of the old, you will find the old. You are going to search for flower, but your eyes will be focused on thorns. You will never be able to see the beauty or the feel the fragrance of the rose. What you are in fact searching, you ultimately get that. Life is full of everything. There is ash, there is a burning coal, there is a new coal that is now a flame. Every moment something is dying and the new is taking birth. Everything is becoming old and new is emerging out of that. There are old as well as children. There is life, there is death. Everything is disappearing and something new is coming. What are you in fact searching? It depends on you. If you are searching for the dead, you will reach the cremation ground and you will see everything dead. And how can you see the aliveness amidst the graves? On one side, the life is taking birth. Every moment, sun rays are emerging. The bud opens its wings. The man was a child yesterday, today has become old. The flower that has withered away has become old. It has become old because it was fresh yesterday. It all depends on you. You are searching for new things to happen, or you are in search of the old things. Who is asking you to see these flowers that have withered away? The flowers that have fallen, the leaves that has fallen. There are many myriads of leaves on the tree that are green. They are now emerging, the young leaves. There are new buds that are appearing. Why is your attention focused on the flower that is withering away? And all that may wither away in a daytime or so. You can look at the rising sun, you can look at its emerging bud that is now ready to open its wings. One who has to establish a connection with the new has to learn the art of witnessing the blooming flowers, has to learn the art of witnessing and watching the flowers that are blooming. He has to stop counting the thorns, welcome the new and respect it. Start living in an expectation of new. Start living that unknown and unknowable. Allow that to open its wings, open its petals deep within you. Keep your doors open. Every moment is new, every day is new, every relation is new. You can learn once you have learned the art of newness into it. Every moment is new. Every moment your wife, your husband is new. The old has shrunk and vanished. But you are collecting the old all around you. There is one way is that one day in a year you see it as new and the remainder of 364 days as old. One day that you celebrate as new will be a deceit until for you the remainder of 364 days become new for you. And I am saying to you emphatically that every day, every moment, 365 days can be new. Every moment can be new. Keep yourself, keep your mind, keep your heart open for the new to enter and learn the art of respecting the new. And with the new, what enters? The unknown and unknowable has entered into you. And what is unknown and unknowable is God. Your scriptures say God is the name of that which is old. That which has happened old, and we say that is Hindu religion is Sanatan, eternal. That is the oldest. In your temples, in your churches, all your rituals or your prayers are nothing else but a reminder of the old. In the mosque, in the temples, we go on respecting that which is not alive. All your scriptures are continuing to respect the old, which is no more. Life is changing every moment. New songs are appearing every moment. New flowers are blossoming. In life, there is never any moment which is old, which never repeats itself, but you go on repeating your mantras, your psalms, your verses of Quran. The same old verse that your father did. But is there anything in life old? Has sun risen this morning old? Has the stars appeared this yesterday evening as old? Never I have seen. Life is that which is constantly happening. Life is a flow. Life is a flow that is happening. Even if you are new, you have to learn the art of flowing with life, flowing with the current of life. Take courage to flow with life, even for a moment. Happiness will shower in you life from every moment. Whatsoever you get, whosoever you meet, that will start. Whatsoever happens, whatsoever comes, start showering bliss into you. I have heard there was a thinker He was anxious to search the new every moment. One dark night, the clouds were spread, and he searched the lightning. He was living on the 100th floor in a building in New York, and once he fell from the 100th floor. How far this story is true, I do not know. If there is any such man who fell from the 100th floor and from the other windows from the different floors, they inquired, "Are you okay?" To know this, that even in this moment he is searching happiness, and he shouted and said, "Up to now everything is okay." He was falling on the ground. Every moment he is from 100th floor, he is taking time to descend, to come on the floor. And at every window he shouted and said, "Up to now everything is good." There was never any disturbance. And he is not seeing even the death. He is not looking at that event. He is only seeing that moment. And he is saying that up to now this is okay. If you develop your tendency like this, even the death will become a flower. Even death will become a moment of benediction for you. Even death or any calamity cannot bring anything upsetting in your life. We die even before the death actually comes. We are dead already even before the death comes. We become old and insipid. Maybe that man would have died. And even if we could have asked him and he says that everything is okay, once you learn the habit of seeking the new in your life, everything is put in the right place. Everything finds a harmony and finds its place. And the moment this awareness of the old becomes stronger, everything will become wrong in your life. You want to know what should I tell you about? What should be my message for New Year's Day? I will not say anything for the new year, because you are the only one who will live this new year once again. You will be the only one who will make this New Year's Day tomorrow old, if you can. And you will certainly make this new, which is a New Year's Day, as old. You have not known how many New Years you have made old. You are so versatile in making everything old. So this New Year's Day will never be escaped from that. How many times you have made the New Year's day as old years day. If you do not search for newness, how can new be born in you? Think in this direction a little bit. Do some experiments. 3 things I told you. First, never search the old. If you search, you will find it. Every burning coal have 2 things. There is ash in it also, that which is burned and is converted into ash, which is of that part of the coal is there also, which is burnt and is converted into ash. And there is still something which is still burning. If you search the ash, you will find it. If you search the burning coal, you will find it. Life is unique. It is full of everything. It depends on whatsoever is your vision, you will search it. Man ultimately finds what one searches. Do not search for the old. When you wake up tomorrow morning, do an experiment. Do not search the old. In the morning when you wake up, startled, look at your wife, look at your husband. You will find that you have never seen her so beautiful as you are seeing her this very moment. Do not make an image of your spouse in your mind. Otherwise you will find everything has become topsy-turvy. Let this moment be alive. When you wake up tomorrow morning, when the new moment comes in, search for the new. Respect the new. Do not expect the old. But you will constantly search, expect the old. We expect the same thing to happen today, the same sentence that your spouse spoke to happen today. Then everything will become old. The new happiness, new way of looking at the happiness is better. Life will have a new meaning. The happiness that has happened will be meaningless for you. I have heard a man was drinking. He was going to the house, the prostitute. He was in search of the new. If new happiness you are not able to see, then it is better to search for the new sorrow. The second sutra is never search for the old, never expect the old. Never expect anything old. Third thing, there is no one else who can make your life new. You did it today, tomorrow too you have to do. It is you who has to search the newness. And as each moment unfolds, seek the new in it. Enter this temple of new. And the entry into this temple of new, the scripture of new, will bring you close to godliness. It will bring you close to God, that is the source of this life, which is the original stream. And one who takes a bath there, for him there never remains anything old and insipid and meaningless. There is nothing. Then for him the doors of the new keeps on opening. Endless, infinite doors of newness opens every moment. Endless, infinite doors of new open every moment. Live your life like this. I will not give you any well wishes, but I can tell you one thing, I can remind you one thing. On this New Year's Day, do not do the same thing which you did yesterday, which you did the last year. Do not search for the old. And if that moment, this moment has become new to you, you have learned the art of newness, then every moment will become new for you. Search for your mind that develops the old. Search from where the new current, new ray of light can enter your dark room. Search for that space from where the new can enter you. I am thankful to you, to each one of you, that you have heard this message silently on this morning, the dawn of 2018. And my sincere wish is that the new, the refresh can take birth every moment in your life. Only this much for this morning. Take care and do have a pleasant moment.